would be remiss in my remarks if I just stood up here and just said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to wave my hands and do that, without recognizing one man who's given me the opportunity to stand here today. A man who served this area with distinction and service for the past 20 years. Congressman Michael McNulty, I thank you for just giving me the opportunity, a kid from the south side of Albany, someone who's gone to Albany public schools all his life, someone who's been able to graduate from the State University of New York, one of the finest schools on Long Island, and Stony Brook University. To come back to my community, to work in the Albany County Legislature. I was on that Civic Center committee in which they called, and Harold Joyce was the chair. And we understand that for years and years there was much debt service left on that place. That debt service was paid for by the taxpayers of Albany County. We're looking at a convention center now. And we continue to dream, and there's nothing wrong with dreaming, because that's what America is all about. A nation of immigrants woven together, dreaming that we all can live under one umbrella in peace. Law-abiding citizens. This is what we're working towards, and there's nothing wrong with that bold idea. I'm for bold ideas in our inner cities. However, we must make sure that as lawmakers, we're not just lawmakers, but we have a fiduciary concern. One to the taxpayers of this county, to make sure that they will not incur the debt of this new convention center that will be built. And it's not going to be built on the backs of the taxpayers, but they have to guarantee us something else that will be viable and a strong revenue stream to make Albany a first-rate city. We cannot forget, as we start out here today, about those of us who are less fortunate, about those of us who are still trapped in the cities of Troy, and Amsterdam, and Schenectady. Those who are yet to reveal, who are yet to see the economic progress that's been promised. When Senator Schumer came to the area last week, he quoted, "The abandoned buildings are a cancer on our communities. From one side of Amsterdam to the south side of Albany, to South Troy, to Albany, Schenectady, and all areas in between. Our infrastructure is aging, and we must find someone who can speak passionately to that and make sure we get the funding for properties. We need help and more funding for our infrastructure. As Congressman, I will fight every step of the way to make sure that we receive that funding. In other ways to build up the inner cities, there's plenty of benefits. When we start to look into our inner cities and say, and offer our citizens safe and affordable housing, by rebuilding our inner cities, the suburbs will become safer. I also favor universal health care. Every American under age of 20 will get health care under my plan when I get to Washington, and I will make sure that our young have that, and then I go to Congress, I will step right into those shoes and pick up the mantle and say the same thing. Reward us right, help us work with our poor, reward our local hospitals, and make sure we get our proper Medicare reimbursements that we so sorely need in upstate New York. Everything's not rosy, but we will work to make it rosy and work with our poor. And the plug power and the energy firms. We bring this into our schools. We bring this into the inner cities and the surrounding areas. And we let our children know, hand in hand, we will get this done. We can educate you early. We can afford you opportunities. But the best opportunity will come in education that's being provided by the public, and I will fight for every way of that as Congressman when I'm in Washington to make sure not only that this child will succeed, but the child in the suburb has the same chance to succeed and make it better here in America. Improve education. As a public school kid, which is something that's dear to my heart, we can improve it, but we have to go in there and make sure that the children who are coming in also can see an opportunity that I can be a Lester Freeman one day, and I can rise to an office. I can succeed against the odds. Some people have said they're just words. What are the power of words? What are the power of words? The power of words are to uplift. Commissal to Mike Breslin to Jerry Jennings. It's the former bridge. You know me from the county, and you know me from the city. And now you too will know me as your congressman in Washington.